Hey Glass Gang, thanks for tuning in. This stream starts soon. Hey Glass Gang, thanks for tuning in. So tonight I'm testing my unyielding Bloodied Non-PA LMG build, and I can't wait to test it. I'm not gonna lie here, I haven't tested it at all yet. I have a feeling I know how it's gonna perform. I'm gonna make a quick prediction after my little intro here. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat. Shout out to MadMat82, J Swim, King Shots 89, Big Mark 0299, GG Gang. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, we're taking a look at the bloodied version of the LMG build guides that I posted this week. And it's the same LMG. We're not putting bloodied actually on the LMG. It will do more DPS with Furious over bloodied, but it is still a bloodied type build because my character is bloodied. They're low health is what I mean. And I'm gonna try 2 different armor sets with this build. I did say in the title the build has 700 max AP, but to be honest with you, I think it has that minimum. I can't remember. I did grab one set. Okay, this one's 764. And we have no one on the team. That's just out here. 700 max AP. It's a bit squishy, but it can solo the snake with the Elder's Mark, so the LMG has a similar fire rate to the Elder's Mark, and I believe it can do it. It can keep me alive through like the poison blast attacks and stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see if it can. I don't know if it can yet. Your guess is as good as mine, gang. I'm really excited about this though. We're also going to test against some infestations. Check it out. 3 of them popped up. So let's do those first. And then I'm going to go to the raids and do a snaky. See what we got. So completely solo as well. We're not gonna jump on a team for these infestations. Let's try and just do it. It would add tankiness if I was on a team, but we're just gonna see what it can do. I'm gonna predict though right off the bat it's gonna struggle with infestations if it struggles anywhere. Oh, I think it's here. Yeah, it's definitely here. If anywhere I'm expecting it to struggle, it's here. Because some of these infestation bosses can really hit you hard. Not that the snake boss can't. We're just able to do so much DPS and get crit returns so often. And we're not getting swarmed also. So just things like that increase your survivability chances. Whereas multiple enemies can attack me at once here. Where is this guy? Oh, he's downstairs. So yeah, I have 2 armor sets I'm gonna test tonight. Oh, they're invisible. Oh my god. And very tanky. Oh shoot, this is gonna be tough for my VATS build because they keep breaking my VATS. This is what I mean. They have these mutations. It would likely be no problem for the high health version of this build that I posted. But yeah, being bloodied, not being able to get crit return because you can't target them in VATS, this is a tough one. This will be a very tough one for this one to complete. Oh my, look at that. I could not target them until they shoot, and because it's a one-shot, they really have the advantage here. The invisible Assaultron's the worst, I agree. I had to pick the worst one to come to. We have 3 we can check out, and I came to the worst one. We might have to switch to my full health version of this build to do it. I really only recommend this build for farming the snake. Look at that. See that? He doesn't stay. He does not stay. Oh no! He does not stay visible for long because it's a single shot weapon. So when he attacks, it breaks his cloak and I'm able to target him, but he's not using an automatic weapon, so he doesn't stay uncloaked for very long. Let's see what happens if I get rid of my rads. We just try to tank it. We're gonna have to. We have no choice. Yeah, that's a lot better. Easy, piece of cake. So I do have the high health and ghoul versions of this build linked in the description below, and it's a lot tankier. It's even tankier than this one because obviously they're optimized for being high health. This one's optimized for being low health. So I just had to go high health there because we just could not target him in VATS, and I was not getting any shots in or HP returned, so I was dying pretty quick. It's just the nature of being bloodied, really. There's so many of them. Holy! Alright, let's go back to bloodied. We can handle the rest of them bloodied. No problem. Holy crap, they just keep coming. I got a quad minigun. Jeez. What's that quad minigun look like? Quad limb damage, damage resistance. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Nothing important. Alright. Well, let's go try and do another one. And this time, hopefully we get a boss that doesn't break my VATS constantly like that with the mutation. So that we don't have to get rid of our rads. And just test the raw output damage of the build. I also have to make sure I'm on the right build. Not sure if I'm on my bloodied build yet. Nope. I just got on here and switched my armor and fired up the stream, so we need to do that. Next infestation. Let's see. I'm gonna guess they're at Manuga power plant. I want some chicken. Ocelot. GG. Welcome to the stream. Slowpoke goat. Big Mark. Let's go, gang. Have you been having fun with the LMG? Let me know. I think it's the best part about this update, am I right? It's the only, like, really good thing so far. But, I mean, I'm partial to the heavy gunners, so maybe it's not for everyone. Okay, does not look like they're here. Oh, there's another zone that just popped up. Wow, they're popping up fast. Alright, let's check Manuga. Smash the like button, gang. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I live stream and upload weekly Fallout 76 content and build guides. Character builds, depending on your playstyle. I linked 2 in the description below, and I also linked the how to get the new LMG mods if you're unsure, and if you don't have the crafting plan for the LMG, I'll also show you how to get it in that video, so check it out. Also go over the best mods for using the LMG in VATS and non-VATS. Tonight we're doing a VATS build, bloodied, low health, with 700 max AP, and this is the minimum this armor set can do. You guys will see later in the stream I'm gonna get some really high max AP numbers out of this. I mean, 700 is very high, but we're not using Nocturnal here. This is unyielding, so that 700 max AP is always applied and is the minimum this armor set can do. It's the floor, basically. The ceiling is around 1000 max AP. It's way too much for the LMG. The LMG doesn't need that much. At most, if you have 400 max AP, you'll be laughing. You'll have infinite VATS with the LMG. That's all you need. 400 max AP. This is just my overkill max AP build. I love using this build. Puts everything infinite VATS. Alright, they're not here. Definitely the best part. I really like using it as a daily driver on my bloodied build. Nice! I just started using it. Just now on stream, I haven't used it at all as a bloodied. I've been using it as high health to get my high health and wool builds done. I haven't tested it at all yet, bloodied against the snake. I think it'll fare fine. I think it'll get good times at the snake's bloodied. Because it has pretty similar fire rate to the Elder's Mark. And that's all we need. We just need to make sure we have enough fire rate so Conductors keeps us alive while solo at the snake boss. Okay, it says we found it. It looks like we found it. We're within the red circle. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's go this way. I can't tell where it is, to be honest. I wish my kitties could talk. Yeah, it's the thing. They did an experiment, a vault experiment on me. And, yeah, I can talk. They wanted to install me as the president of some country. You know? But, yeah, the CIA have been after me. I broke free. And now I'm just a streaming kitty. So the Cat Investigations Agency is possibly investigating me. So you can't tell anyone you saw me here. Is this private world? It is. It is private world. I'm doing solos tonight, so I am in private world. Where the heck? Okay, well, I'm way far now. But I will be testing solo against the snake boss soon. You'll want to stick around for that. We're in the area, but there's like so many. It's a cluster of areas here that could be literally anywhere. I left the Discord link in the description, by the way, gang. If you want to join a community and find people to play with, we have members on every platform. I think I found it. He was a bit tankier than a normal Blood Eagle. I think I found it. Maybe not. Alright, let's go down here. There was a dog in New Vegas that could talk. That's right, Rex. Yep. We were part of the same program. Yes, facts, gang. I used to be a street cat before I was a streaming cat. I was just a street cat. And the streets were hard, gang. The streets made me hard, gang. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I'm a street kitty at heart. That's why we roll up on the Snaky Boy or EN06, offering a fresh dose of the 2-tap. Alright, I found it. It's a pretty big area. They're overlapping, so there could be 2 here. Ooh! Oh shoot! I'm caught reloading! No! That was bad. That was my fault. I had no bullets when I opened fire. I had like 15 rounds. So I just gave my position and was caught reloading. No! I also don't have Born Survivor or anything on this build, so it's manual stimming. If you're going to use the build for infestations, I would highly recommend having some auto stimming. Alright, where is he? Where's my guy? What the heck? I spawned way up here. GG, GLASSGANG. Don't be sorry for being late. You're all set, gang. It's all good. Life comes first. We'll always be here to make him disappear. What's your opinion on the next-gen update? I personally feel it's not as much of a next-gen update, but more of a graphical update. Yeah, basically all it is targeting 4K and 60 FPS on console. I wasn't even aware that PS5 Pro couldn't hit 60 frames per second, or this game as in general, not just PlayStation, but on Xbox. I don't like that they hyped it so much. That's my biggest deal with it, because they were like, make sure you check the patch notes for the next gen update. Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to put Born Survivor on. This guy is one-tapping me as soon as I make eye contact. As soon as we lock eyes, gang. On sight. And I keep spawning like halfway up the freaking map. Yeah, I will say the high health version of this build is a lot better for farming infestations. I don't struggle like this because I'm tankier, you know, especially solo. But I'm trying to see what the limitations are of this unyielding build. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. And then I'm going to solo the snake boss because I think it'll be fine. It'll be better at the snake boss. And I'm assuming, well, I kind of had a thought it would be bad here for doing this. But yeah, basically I feel like they just overhyped it. It's not really a next gen update, is it? When they said next gen update, I was thinking like, you know, crossplay, maybe DLSS, frame gen, I don't know. Something that's next gen. But targeting 60 frames per second, I wasn't even aware it couldn't hit 60 frames per second on console. It's usually over 100 FPS on PC. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm also playing in 4K, so it could just be. I have no idea if it can. I know it reaches over 100K for sure on PC, or not 100,000, but you know what I mean, 100 FPS. I was about to say 100 DPS. I'm all mixed up. And I keep losing this infestation boss. My god. But yeah, they definitely overhyped it because there's nothing new gen about it. Nothing is new for the PC crowd. It's literally just optimizations for console. That's literally all it is. Getting it to perform good to like basically 2015 standards. That's how bad it is. 60 FPS is not new gen. 120 FPS is new gen. PS6 is targeting 120 FPS. That's new gen. That's next gen, you know? A next gen update isn't 60 FPS. If anything, I would have just kind of slid that into a patch note somewhere and like not put any hype on it, because like that's honestly just embarrassing, I feel, for them to say this is a next gen update. My guy, you're just optimizing your broken game that came out in 2020 and should have been at 60 FPS. That might be a hot take, but it's just not worthy of all the hype. Like, that's what let me down the most. I was so looking forward to being able to play with all the GLASSGANG on every platform, like whenever, because the biggest problem is when I'm streaming and I'm streaming with viewers, people will come to the chat and they want to join, they want to play, and I can't because I'm on PC and they're on PlayStation. And I do have a PlayStation, but I have dedicated PlayStation streaming nights for that reason, and none of my characters share progression, so then I end up like mixed up on what character has what, and it's just a big problem. Like, I don't understand why MMOs even come out if they can't offer crossplay. It's an MMO, for God's sakes, Bethesda. What the flip? Alright. Okay, from a distance, I'm doing pretty good, but dang, he hits hard. Holy shoot, he hits hard. Oh, I think I killed him. Oh, no. He still got me, but I brought him really low. I brought him really low that time. That was good. We didn't have to take away the rads to do it. But I'm curious now. Do they regen HP if you die before they die? Let's find out. We're about to find out. I feel like they do. I feel like he'll have regen to HP by the time I come back. Dang, he's hitting hard. I'm also just very squishy. This is a max AP build that uses unyielding and has no survivability. I have no auto stimming perks. I have no sentinels. You know, not even endurance mods for added HP tankiness. This is all max AP. This is so that off a team, off any buffs, no buffs at all, no team, I'm sitting at, oh, I'm not bloodied. Okay, I was like 600, what? Okay, the Pip-Boy is just being the Pip-Boy and not updating. I'm at I should have +3 from all stats now that I'm under 20. And it didn't do anything. It's not adding to +3. It will say it later that I'm at 700 max AP, but yeah, we're just not. The Pip-Boy lies! Sometimes the Pip-Boy just takes a minute to update. I find it's been worse the last couple of updates. Alright, let's see if he regened. He did! He regened all of his HP! Oh dear. Okay, let's see if we have the range from here. We're not really landing shots. Yeah, we're not landing shots from here. It's too far. He's gonna hit me real hard. Especially because I don't have any auto stimming perks. Let's try something. Let's at least put something. We don't need Gun Fu here, so let's put Born Survivor. And drop the regular stims so it's forced to use Stimpack Super. Even if you have the game settings set to use Strongest first, that only applies to manual stimming. So if you want it to work with Born Survivor, you still have to drop your regular stims, which is unfortunate, but alright, let's see if we can get a little bit closer and land these shots, because alright, I'm kind of landing them. Yeah, alright, neat. He's almost dead. It's all about approach, really, with these infestations. I would say, though, I wouldn't be struggling anywhere near as hard if I was using my high health version and ghoul version, especially the ghoul. It's so incredibly tanky. It laughs in the face of terror. Speaking of terror, let's go do a snake boss. I'm curious. I don't know if this build can solo the snake. It can with the Elder's Mark. We did it on stream the other night. And it's a members only stream currently, but it will go live once I have the build uploaded. So we tested this 1000 max AP build with the Elder's Mark. And it was using this exact armor set. It's pretty squishy because it doesn't have sentinels or any tankiness at all to it. It just uses max AP perks and unyielding. But yeah, this is the same armor set we're using. So and I think the LMG can do it because it has the fire rate, and that's really all we need. We just need the fire rate. That's why I haven't uploaded a non-PA Pepper Shaker Bloodied guide, because it just doesn't have the fire rate to support keeping me alive when bloodied solo at the snake. So that's the biggest problem. Alright, let's go to here, the bottom of the map, and get a snake started. Check out the Discord link in the description if you want to find a community to play with. We have members on every platform. I'm on every platform and I ping the Discord when I go live. Alright, so it finally caught up. We're at 737. Oh, I'm on a team now. Let's drop the team. $675. That's strange. Something must be giving me negatives. Oh, I don't think I have Class Freak on this build. I do. Well, we're just under 700. I don't know what's bringing us there, but we're usually around 700. When I started the stream, I was at 700. I'm trying to figure out what's causing the 25-point loss. It's always something dumb. But anyways, let's do this snake. gonna reset my rads. There we go. The one in Morgantown? Trying to think, weren't we just there? It was hard to find in that area too, because it's a pretty like big area that has like a dense kind of a cityscape with lots of buildings, so they could be hidden anywhere. And yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to find some of them. Is it your food and water being low? It could be, symbolic mind. It could be. Could be. Oh, okay, see, and now I'm at 712. Sometimes I feel like it's really just because the HP points in the... when I'm messing around with the rads, they don't sync up right away with what's going on the build in the Pip-Boy. Same thing with how the Pip-Boy numbers lie about the plasma doing less damage than laser on the pepper shaker. I have trust issues with this Pip-Boy thing. It's not been a great experience with the Pip-Boy. So I have trouble trusting it. But I believe we can reach 1,000 max AP anyway. We'll do that later though. I am a carnivore on this build. But I'm still going to use Company T for 10% AP regen. But that's it though. We're just going to run it as is. Now this is the first test run on the snake. I haven't actually tried it yet. So I have no idea how this is going to go. If it goes south, I do have a tankier version of the build already prepared that we're going to test against it. So it's another full set of Brotherhood Recon with the strengthen mods, and instead it has added tankiness. So instead of max AP, it has added tankiness. This build is still good to reach up to 700 max AP, but it needs food buffs to do it. Whereas the armor set I'm currently wearing with the +2 agility and plus active mods, it makes it so that I can just have 700 max AP at base without food buffs, and you just, you know, load up, you always have 700 max AP, which is nice, but it comes at the cost of survivability. So I don't know how this is gonna go here at the snake, but we're gonna try, and if it goes south, like I said, I'm gonna try this armor set instead. And the LMG needs only around 400 max AP to stay infinite VATS, so I don't even think I'll have to buff it up because it sits at around 500 unbuffed, that other armor set. So I think it's pretty, it's fine. I think it'll be fine, gang. Benny the Jet, GG! GLASSGANG member for 4 months, wow! Thank you so much for your contributions to the gang, my guy. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're enjoying the update. I know it's been kind of lackluster. We try to make the most of it, and I think this is the best part of the update. These new LMG mods, like the stub barrel, stabilized stock, and large magazine, have turned this thing into an absolute unit. Let's find out if this build's about to die. If we need to go back to the drawing board though. I need to be under 20% HP though, so let's do that. Okay, I'm at 19, that's fine. We don't have coffee, no chems, no buffs, no bobbleheads, no magazines. I just have Company T. It's only giving me 10% because I'm carnivore. So let's run it. And I only have, okay, I did reload, thank God. I only have 4 stacks of Bullet Storm, so we could have started off stronger. I could have stacked more Bullet Storm than that, but it should be fine. Oh shoot, hang on a sec. I forgot to look at my build. All I did was get on in the world and put my armor set on. I'm still using a high health build. Let's switch this over to my bloodied build. Yeah, see? High health non-PA. Okay. New bloodied. Alright, let's convert this one to what we need. Alright, this is what we need. We're gonna drop super duper for one gun army. We have nerd rage on this one. Perfect. Oh, I have a little bit less perception than I'd like. I wonder why. I wonder why this build is so low on perception. I kind of feel like this is gonna mess things up. We can try it though. We just need to make adjustments. I do like how healthy the endurance is though. And we can pull some points out of charisma. Oh, so let's do that. Dawn Ranger, Tormentor, Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire. And I think I'll put Fast Fighter. We need that reload speed. We don't want to be caught reloading while bloodied and taking damage. I have no idea how this is gonna go, gang. Like I said, I haven't tested this build. This build is untested. We're testing it here for the first time on stream. The bloodied version. Oh, wrong card. Easy target, bullet storm. We lock and load we do need. Okay, this looks good now. I think we're all set. We don't need gun fu. We can drop in born survivor. We get a little bit of survivability, hopefully. All right. $738 max AP. I'm pretty sure this thing's gonna go through like half the AP bar and then need to reload. Like we have too much AP for how much bullets we have, but let's see. Oh, that felt like I was doing less damage there. Yeah, I'm definitely doing less damage. Okay, hang on. What am I missing? Gunslinger expert, guerrilla expert, guerrilla master, guerrilla. Oh, we don't need enforcer. There we go. We were missing 12% weak spot damage. I could tell we were doing less damage. Alright. Let's try that again. GG, my guy. I'm glad I can bring them to you. I'm trying my best to bring you guys more streams and more content. I know I had to take a little break there, but I'm back. I'm back full-time, gang. I'm back. I never stopped uploading, gang. Don't worry. I'll keep bringing you guys fun builds. Okay, let's have a look here. We don't have bobbleheads, magazines, nothing like that. Nope, not even overdrive. But what I will do is I will pre-stack Bulletstorm. We should see a pretty big difference here at the crippling part. Because we have the weak spot damage modifier and I'm starting off with more base damage. If you ever look at one of my builds and you're wondering why it shows higher like base damage on the weapon, it's because of Bulletstorm. Like if you put together the build guide and you don't see 94 base damage on your LMG, it's not because I'm hiding anything. It's because Bulletstorm adds damage to to the weapon as you're shooting it. The more bulletstorm stacks you have, the more damage you do, up to 180% damage, and it changes the value of the damage when you inspect it the more you shoot it. So it's at what, 90? Let's just show you exactly what I mean. So it's at 94 base damage right now. You guys see that? And I'm at 5 bulletstorm stacks. Watch what happens. I'm going to swap guns. So now my bulletstorm stacks are completely gone. We were at 94. Now we're at 73. So that's what that is. So don't think that you messed something up if you put together one of my build guides and it doesn't show the same damage number that you saw when I was screenshotting my weapon. It's most likely because there was active bulletstorm stacks. And I tried to remember to lose my bulletstorm stacks before I take a picture of the weapon, because I know people will compare those stats to what they see in the video, but I sometimes forget. So that's what that is. If you're wondering, if that happens when you put together a build guide and you're wondering, you know what, let's start without bulletstorm stacks. Let's see what it looks like. We should have more weak point damage regardless. It should give us more damage here. It does look better, but I still don't think this is enough. Feels like some damage is missing, actually. It still feels like damage is missing because my high health and ghoul version of this build can cripple it before it does the headbutt strike, and for whatever reason this build can't. So we need to figure out why. I'm going to start by checking my mutations to see if anything is causing this. Like if I have empath or something. Nope. I'm going to eat a hot dog just to fix my hunger. I don't think that'll impact anything, especially not damage-wise. We do have downranger. What am I missing? You know what? It could be that we just don't have enough perception. Maybe we're not landing all our shots. From what I could tell, I was getting 95% VATS accuracy though. So let's drop Fast Fighter for awareness. And try again. We have all of the damage perks that we need. Tenderizer, Tormentor, Tank Killer. Evasive Serendipity. Critical Savvy. Okay. What about, maybe I'm just not critting enough. Maybe my luck to crit ratio is messed up. So what do we got for limit breaking? We have 1, 2, 3 limit breaking and 2 tankies. So for 3 limit breaking and 2 tankies, we need 37 luck. We need 37 luck. And we currently have, ready for it, drum roll, 34 luck. So that's our problem, gang. That's what's going on. So sometimes people have issues with doing the DPS. This is why. Getting the luck to crit ratio right is the problem. My other set that I typically use has 4 limit breaking. So what I need to do is adjust this build for this new armor set. How am I gonna do that? Let's see. Still at 34. Okay. Do I have my Under Armor on? That might be it. Yeah, we have it on. This gives us +5 luck. I don't want to mess up the build. I don't want to put +2 luck mods on, so maybe I'll just throw another limit breaking on. Because we're gonna have better survivability if we can crit every other shot. The tankies don't matter here. So with 4 limit breaking and 1 tankies, the build should now only require 25 base luck. So now we're well above that. I dare say even if we're off the team, we're well above that. We're gonna check after this snake. Try again. So yeah, I'm 95% sure it was that because we were missing on some DPS there. We just weren't crippling the snake in the first like 10 to 15 seconds, which we want. So let's try again. Oh, it's way too close. Okay, that messed me up. We try again. I think the LMG can do it. I think it has the DPS to keep me alive, but yeah, only time will tell. Only testing can tell. I'm having trouble breaking that plate before it headbutts me, and I don't understand why. Because my high health versions don't, and Bloodied should be doing more damage. It's very strange. I don't have anything that's nerfing me, and I have Nerd Rage. It gives you increased damage and AP regen. How is it I'm unable to, with the same build but Bloodied, cripple the snake at the start of the fight, but I can... I'm wondering if I should just use a different LMG. Hang on a sec. Let me see some. It's weird though, cause maybe because I'm just spitballing here, but maybe because I'm carnivore. But no, I was able to cripple it with the carnivore version of my high health build, because that is this build. My luck to crit ratio is definitely right now. So it's not that anymore. And we fixed the cards. We do have adrenal reaction. I kind of want to see if I just build a different LMG, if we'll have problem solved. Oh no! I don't have aluminum! Shoot! Okay, then the next thing is to try with 6 stacks of Bulletstorm. Remember how I showed you earlier you can get more base damage from the start of the fight by just firing your gun? Obviously it's a waste of ammo, but it will increase the base damage at the start of the fight. Okay, so we have 5 stacks. Our base damage without stacks is 73. That brought us to 94 base damage. So we're going to start the fight with 94 base damage. That is so strange. It can tank the headbutt, which I'm really surprised because this one doesn't have sentinels. This one has active. This build is so squishy compared to my tanky one. And it is tanking that headbutt. What am I missing here? What the hell is going on? I want to try with a different LMG, but we need some aluminum. I want to try with a crippling perk. Maybe I'll just swap to a crippling perk. Let's try that. But I do find it weird that I have to do that. I find it very strange. It's almost like something is nerfing the build. Because how is the high health version of it able to cripple the snake in the first 10 seconds? I'll have to try with and without scatter shot. But I don't think it's that, but it's worth a shot. Check legendary perks. Okay, I will. One sec. Give me a sec, my guy. Luck, perception, agility, taking one for the team, endurance, strength. They're all good. Alright, well let's try. We did put crippling on it. I just find it weird that I have to because technically it's supposed to do more damage than high health. Why is my high health version, literally the exact same character, is able to cripple it before the headbutt strike as a high health? I don't get it. It's still not able to cripple it. Okay, it was just able to cripple it. It was just able to. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. Alright, well let's see it. Let's see what it can do. It has infinite VATS for sure with that healthy 700 max AP. Whoa, not what we want. Not what we want. Has a really long reload too, unfortunately. Okay, this is really bad. Look at that. How is it this slow? We're not doing the same damage at all to my high health version. What is going on? Let's have a look at the high health perk card. Compare notes to the high health version. High health, non-PA active. Okay, this I believe is it. Yes. Okay, we just have a lot more perception. Could it be that I'm just landing more shots? Landing more shots can increase DPS. I mean, it is kind of a no-brainer, right? You're not doing damage when the bullet doesn't land. Could it be that? We do have better critical serendipity, ricochet, 4-leaf clover. Okay, let's compare that to bloodied. Compare the luck department. Better critical serendipity, ricochet, 4-leaf clover, class 3 critical savvy. 1 gun army. That's exactly the same. Gunslinger expert. Whoa, whoa, stick drift. What the heck? Calm down. Guerrilla expert, guerrilla master, evasive, born survivor, gunslinger, guerrilla. Okay, let's look at Gunslinger expert, guerrilla master, evasive, born survivor, gunslinger. Am I missing another gunslinger card? Gunslinger expert, gunslinger, or guerrilla expert, guerrilla master, gunslinger, guerrilla, gunslinger, guerrilla, gunslinger, gunslinger, guerrilla. Guerrilla gun! Oh my god. I can't with this. They really like ruined agility with this change. Okay. Is there anything missing? That's on there. Gunslinger expert, they're all there. We did have one missing earlier, but they're all there now. Bloodied's not doing more damage. Did they mess up Bloodied? Okay, we're gonna try. Scattershot isn't on the high health? I wonder. That good eye, my guy. Debug, I hadn't noticed that. I was curious about if this is nerfing the build somehow. It shouldn't, in theory. But let's try. Let's just not run it. Instead, let's run Bandolier. Good eye. Good eye, Debug. Alright, I'm thinking about moving points around too to try to get higher stats for like we technically have enough AP. We can drop some agility. If I do that, yeah, we had points thrown into AP like that because I was building up to 1000 max AP with this build the other night. So that's why I was overcapped on AP, because we had to dump just raw points into it and overcap it to reach that 1000 max AP. But now I'm going to use it in Perception. We still have one unallocated. What am I gonna put 3 points into? Fast fighter and probably green thumb for when I'm herbivore, I guess, or if you're gonna run it herbivore. So there's nothing else here that's gonna help with the build DPS wise. Well, I mean, we can fit Number Cruncher, but we have such a low AP cost of only 6. We're only getting 12% increase in damage. We can throw it on. We shouldn't have to. Before I do that, actually, because I really would rather have Fast Fighter on here for some better reload speed. This weapon kind of has a bad reload speed. And we'll just put Green Thumb on there for now for a quality of life perk for those who are herbivore, if they want to run it. Because I just want to see how big the difference is from pulling off Scattershot, if there's a difference. It's crazy to me that we're still struggling to cripple it with the crippling mod on the LMG, because we didn't even need that with the high health version of the build. So I'm like confused right now. Yeah, we're doing better. That was it. Scattershot's nerfing the build. Interesting. Good eye, Debug. I was wondering what the heck was different from this build and my high health build, and you spotted it, my guy. That made such a big difference. Scattershot's somehow nerfing this build. Doesn't make any sense to me. It tends to actually improve times on the Elder's Mark. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I fell in! It was such a good run. Of course. Alright, gang. I'm gonna stand up. We're gonna get to business. So because I pulled points out of agility, we're no longer just sitting at over 700. But like, we don't need it. We're still right under at 698. But with those extra points, we were overcapped so that we could hit 1,000 max AP on a different stream. So that's why that was like that. All right. We're also starting with base 5 max stacks, which is really easy to do. You dump 1 magazine and you reload, and you'll have 5 max stacks to start with. Yeah, that made all the difference. Now we need to swap it back to rapid. Now we need to swap it back to rapid. What I'll do is I won't kill it. I'll just see how close we get to killing it in the minute. Alright, that's how close we were in 1 minute. A third of the bar. Maybe less than a third, yeah. Let's go put rapid on. I'm still surprised it's not faster than this. We're putting it back to rapid. So the LMG has the Furious, Rapid, VATS, Action Point Cost, Conductors. So VATS Enhanced, sorry. I said the wrong word there, VATS Action Point Cost, but same thing, right? So VATS Optimized will reduce the AP cost and help us get down to 6 with these non-legendary mods. We have the new mods on there, the Stub Barrel, Stabilized Stock, and Large Mag. 3 of the 6 new mods you can learn from scrapping. The 7 remaining mods you have to get from doing quests in the Cranberry Bog and Savage Divide region, but these are the ones you need for the lowest AP cost and a really healthy base damage. So I don't use Prime because right off the bat we've seen with the Elder's Mark that when we give the Elder's Mark Prime Receiver and even pin pointers and we give it coffee because we have to at that point, Standard Receiver and Conductors still outperforms it. That's what was happening on stream, and we see the same results here with this weapon. Basically, because it brings up the AP cost by 25%, it no longer stays in VATS as long, and it leads to lower DPS because you break VATS more and stuff like that. So it's a wash, basically, from the small bump in base damage that you get with Prime. And Standard just makes it so that it stays in VATS easier. Brings us to a low AP cost of 6. So we're gonna run it again, and this time we're gonna go for the kill. We only have 4 bullet storm stacks though, so I probably reloaded too early earlier. So yeah, no bobblehead, no magazine, nothing like that, no overdrive. Just have company tea for 10% AP regen. It's only 10% here because I'm a carnivore. If you're used to seeing that 20% because you're herbivore. So we're just running it with base. damage perks from the build. And only 4 stacks of Bullet Storm this time. So we actually have less Bullet Storm. But it's already looking better. I dare say Scatter Shot was all the difference. This makes a lot more sense. Yep, that's exactly how the high health version performs. I run out of bullets and it gets immediately crippled. That infinite VATS is crazy though. I'm gonna reload here. I have plenty of bullets. Just shoot through the poison blast and heal myself with conductors. You're dying here, my guy. 1 minute and 2 seconds. Okay, that's great. So we did shave off some time. Earlier we were at 1 minute, and it still had like just a little bit under, I'd say, a quarter of the HP bar. So that's pretty good. That's really good. We made improvements to the build gang, so that's good. Teamwork. Yeah, we do see that it does the same DPS. The only difference between the Elder's Mark having Prime Receiver and Standard Receiver is the Prime Receiver needs coffee. You're literally just wasting coffee, because on our live streams, every time we test Prime versus Standard Receiver on Elder's Mark, it gets the exact same times at the Snake. The only difference is we have to use Prime coffee with the Prime. So it's a wash, my guy. Really happy to see that the tankiness is there. So the whole point of this build and showing it off with the max AP and active and stuff like that is because this thing was really infinite VATS with just about any heavy gun. Except for the Gauss Mini. The Gauss Mini just it has such a high fire rate and still too high of an AP cost that it's mathematically impossible for it to be infinite VATS without doing like a blood sacrifice build. That's when you convert your AP bar to your HP bar. But that comes at twice the cost, and so then you have to be stimming yourself with like stim pack supers all the time in order to keep that up, and you're fighting yourself. Basically, you're killing yourself. The enemy you're shooting at is trying to kill you too. And if you run out of stims, you die. So it's not really for me, and that's why I like to build max AP builds like this that just have like stupid AP. This way my AP bar stays functional and not redundant, and my health bar can do health bar things, and I can run bloodied and unyielding and non-power armor and stuff like that. Because you have to be PA in order to do a blood sacrifice build. It's just, you're too squishy as a non-PA. You know, you need some tankiness to survive. And yeah, so this will give people an option. If they don't have active, don't worry, I'm already prepared. The build guide is going to come out with a different armor set, and it's going to be, I'm going to show you guys right now, just jump straight to the meat and potatoes. This version of it, which obviously does have a new mod as well, the Elementalist, but I'm going to talk about in the video how you can actually get the same effect without using Elementalist. You can use +2 endurance mods on the armor in combination with this perk card, Natural Resistance, increased elemental resistances based on endurance while not diseased. So by having +2 endurance instead of the Elementalist mods, you can increase your elemental resistances based on your endurance, and it's about as effective. It's really good though. The Elementalist is better, but it's about as good. So it's worth it if you don't like. Clearly, we're tanking the poison just fine, so you don't even really need it. You should just run, like, if you're not gonna do the max AP, I mean active mod version, like if you're gonna do the Sentinels one, I don't blame you. It is tankier, especially for doing infestations. I do like having more tankiness overall, doing events and stuff like that. I don't like dying all over the place. That's where we saw the limitation of the active mod build here, is I was dying a fair bit at doing infestations, right? I just didn't have the tankiness for it because they can one-shot you on sight when you're bloodied and you're not tanky. So luckily with the snake, I can start shooting it before it even attacks me, so I can start getting that HP return from conductors immediately, and that's why I'm able to survive, really. If they had made it that the snake like immediately headbutts you when it comes out of the falls, it would drastically lower the survivability of a non-PA bloodied build. But because we can start immediately, start dumping rounds and getting that HP regen from conductors, we're able to basically stim ourselves with conductors through all that damage. But yeah, that's why I really like this build. It basically puts everything in infinite vats. Even a Gadplas can be infinite vats on this build. We were having issues with damage the other night though, and I figured out what was wrong, gang. I had the grounded mutation. That's why the Gadplas was only doing like 50% damage. We were trying to figure out why it was so weak, and that's what it is. It was mutations. So the negative side effect of grounded is minus 50% damage from energy weapons. So I was nerfing myself. Another case of self-nerfing. So we gotta try to make sure that we get the word out, gang. Don't self-nerf. Okay, Bethesda already does that for us. Finally caught alive, my guy, GG. Welcome to the stream. So we're gonna do infestations again, but this time I'm gonna swap to a tankier armor set. You guys saw it was very squishy with this max AP build armor set, but we're still gonna be an unyielding. The only difference is this time around, the build's gonna have some tankiness because it has the Sentinels mod. So let's see how much that actually plays in effect. We'll talk about what that effect does. And then we'll go find an infestation. There should be one active. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let's go. We got 4! We got 4, gang! Alright. Let's go. I would love for them to be here at West Tech, because I need to go get Toxicu. So it'd be like 2 birds at 1 stone. I would love that. And then we're gonna go fight Snaky Boy again. Give him the old 2-tap. And we're gonna try this Sentinel build. We were able to tank it just fine with the active mod build, which was great to see. I wasn't entirely surprised because it did with the Elder's Mark when I streamed with the Elder's Mark. But it's still a completely different weapon, right? And most of my survivability is coming from the Conductor's mod, so... I'm glad to see that it performs and it survives the snake just fine. Oh wait, they wouldn't be inside, right? But anyways, we need to get Toxicu, so it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for the 1,000 jewels, GG! That's so cool of you, my guy. Thank you so much. Get wrecked! It would be interesting to see if high health gets better times without scattershot. I agree. I don't think the high health build had it though. That's what I mean. Someone had pointed that out when we were trying to compare the 2 builds. Someone in the chat, I think it was D-Buck, had pointed out that the high health build did not have scattershot. And then when I pulled that perk card off, we were able to cripple it before the head strike finally. So it's definitely nerfing the damage to crippling, which is interesting to see. I'll have to test again with the Elder's Mark because I was running it with the Elder's Mark and it felt better, but maybe I need to revisit that. I wonder if maybe the card changed or some things in the background calculations have changed since the update and now that card is nerfing. Or working, or not that it's nerfing, but maybe it's working more as intended. Because I know they adjusted things like Tormentor and Scattershot, which definitely would affect our damage output. Yeah, I'm not here to kill super mutants, but I'm on a super mutant killing spree apparently. We're here for toxic goop. But yeah, scatter shot. Very interesting card. 20% of the damage dealt to a limb is applied to all limbs on your target. It's kind of vague, right? Like, you would think what that means is it just takes 20% of whatever damage you're doing and applies it to the rest of the limbs, which typically what we were seeing like a season ago with using it on Elder's Mark was that sometimes it would cripple the snake twice in a fight, in a solo fight, and the snake would end up falling even after you swap to the eyes. But I'm not seeing that anymore, and I'm wondering if that's because of changes to Tormentor. I'm wondering if there's some background effects that were happening with Tormentor and Scattershot before this season that's causing such a difference here. Sent 20 jewels, my guy! GG's! Let's go! Oh, I love the GG sticker! Oh, it's cool. Alright, alright. I think we got enough toxic goo. Let's check. 458! Yeah, that's enough. 34 pounds. Oh my god, I have problems. Something is wrong with me, gang. Let's go to the Emmett Mountain disposal site. I did not spam 450, so I know that I had more than I thought. I didn't think I had that much. GG's in the chat. Thank you so much. G-Strides. That's so cool to see. There's so many different GGs. I am so glad to see you guys are having fun with the LMG. I am too, to be honest. It's a beast. I mean, that fire rate, plus it doesn't have the spool up, is so nice, right? Wow, there's no one here. Just the regulars. Sorry, my guy, I'm a raider. Your enemy. At least I say sorry. Smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and turn on bell notifications. I live stream and upload weekly Fallout 76 content and character build guides. Oh, we found a gang! Alright, so we do have the Sentinels mod. What this is going to do for us this time, we weren't as tanky earlier, but this time it gives us 5% damage reduction while standing still. So we have to remember to stand still or we won't even get that effect. So that's the only thing. I kind of dislike this mod, but I know a lot of people like it. The reason why I dislike it is it's hard for me to stand still. That's it, really. So I tend to not go for this mod, but I'm definitely showing you guys the performance difference and giving it as an option, showing you that in the video that it'll work great against the snake. Holy crap, it's the Assaultron! Oh my god! Oh no! It has to be the tankiest, like, heaviest hitting boss that I go to right away, right? That's just how it works, gang, when you're streaming. Oh dear. Gave me the one tap. Not the two tap, gang, the one tap. Oh dear. Alright. Maybe we can, like, snipe him from up here. But I need to make sure I'm bloodied, so I'm doing, you know, nerd rage and all that. And let's just see what it can do here. Let's try to cripple. Oh shoot, that's not even it. Oh my god! Yeah, the Assaultron is so OP. The high health version, I would say it most likely has no problem, but as soon as he hits me with that head strike cannon thing, I am so cooked, gang. Ah! Oh shoot, I wasn't standing still either. That's not good. That wasn't helping. I was moving around. See what I mean? I'm not good with sentinels. We need to try standing still. This cat's here to give the rapid attack. The two tap. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll have to switch back to high health. It's just too tanky. It's too tanky and it hits way too hard for a solo bloodied unyielding. It's squishy. And it's crazy, right? Because it can tank the freaking snake boss. No problem. But these little infestation bosses, they're no joke. Well, some of them, not all of them. Some are pretty squishy, but oh my god, what do you want, dude? I got so much on my plate right now. I don't got time to see you, okay? Oh my god, he's right there. Oh, I'm so cooked. How is that combat inhibitor impossible to hit? I'm not doing any damage to it. Check it out. I'm not doing any damage to his combat inhibitor. He's barely taking damage. Okay, he's doing... I was doing a lot more damage. Oh, come on, reload already. I can't reload! Please make an appointment if you would like to see me, robot. I don't have time right now. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Ocelot, for the cat treats. GG. That's so sweet of you. Well, I'm gonna give this Assaultron some temptations. I'm gonna tempt him into my LMG Freedom Dispenser unit. No, I was wondering if I could just stand still and dump rounds and get health returned and survive, but it just can't. It just can't. We just did it and it did not work. So it's just not tanky enough for doing these solo. Oh, and it's resilient. Oh dear. At least it's almost dead. I mean, yeah, you'll die if you're unyielding for sure. You're just not tanky enough for this boss in particular. I dare say we'd be fine against another boss, but the game's been pretty good at throwing me the worst case scenario bosses tonight. So holy smokes. Oh, he's gonna get me. He's gonna get me. Because I also have to freaking melee strike him. Oh, no. I was right up on him. Ammo's low? Oh, yeah. Probably. Oh, no. Do I not have any ammo? Well, it doesn't matter. I don't really need it, I guess. We just need to run up to him. What? Hey! He doesn't have any health points. Why wasn't I able to kill him with the melee? He has the resilient mutation. What the flip? It just works, gang. Finally got him! You clanker! Well, that was a chore. Yeah, we're gonna test, we're gonna do the high health version now. We're gonna compare the tankiness to the high health version. So what I'm gonna do is probably head back to base and swap the build over to the high health version. And then go do another infestation. I'll make sure to get ammo too. But I dare say you're best off doing it with the high health. I don't think we'll have any trouble with the high health because I was farming it yesterday or the day before. I was farming infestations with the high health version of this build. It was just fine. We're so tanky. Alright, so let's get these mutant parts out. We got the mutant Brotherhood of Steel, +2 endurance, active limit breaking armor set. Very similar, but we're getting damage reduction up to 4.7% because of the mutations I have. You can get up to 5%. And yeah, that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of rods here. And we have to switch the build over, so let's do that. Oops. Oh, wrong thing. Did not mean to open that. That's decorative only. I agree. I want some chicken. Camouflage infestation bosses are the worst. It was what we started with, actually. It was so hard to kill because it just kept one-shotting me and we couldn't even see it, you know. What's going on here? Oh, I don't have my armor equipped. Alright. So now we are high health. I did swap the build over, but we need to double check. Yes, that's right. This is the one from the build guide listed below. So we're gonna go to another infestations. Oh wow, there's 4 of them that popped. Let's go. I don't know where to go first. Okay, let's just try anywhere. Sense of Dane compound. Check out the Discord link in the description if you want to find a community to play with. We have members on every platform. Link in the description. Any recommendations for the high health human VATS crit build with the new mods that just released? Yes, I actually just released a build yesterday covering high health human and ghoul. And it's this exact build I'm using right now that I just swapped to. And it's very good. I get a 58-second time at the snake, or just right around 1 minute flat. And what I'll do is I'll link it in the chat for you, my guy. But this is a ghoul and human build, so it's for both ghouls and humans. So it's a two-tier guide, I guess. There's 2 playstyles that it covers. Yeah, we're definitely here. Those are way tankier than they should be. Oh, this one's reflective. Oh my god! Oh my god. I literally just keep getting the worst ones back to back. But hey, that's okay. That's what we want. We don't want to test them against the easiest bosses. What's the fun in that? And of course, they actually hide pretty good. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. Oh, something's hitting me. Oh my god, I shred myself. When he does his reflective thing, I just totally shred myself. So let's make sure that we only have regular stims. Dang. Oh, we only have 1 stim back super. Okay, that's not gonna help much. Why am I not seeing the whole chat? Oh, there we go. That's the build I was talking about. That's the high health version, heavy VATS crit. It's an infinite VATS non-PA LMG human and ghoul build guide. They programmed the AI to hide really good. Oh man, he's hitting me hard. Correct. Oh no, that's not good. Well, he's almost dead. It's not impossible. That reflective just melts me as soon as it procs, because I'm hitting myself with my own damage at that point. I'm surprised though. I thought for sure the high health would fare better because I was using it in private world and it felt fine, but I didn't come across these tankier, harder enemies that have these mutations that are just crazy, like reflective. So it's good to see though. At least we know. Look at that. I almost killed myself again. It's not him doing the damage, it's me. No 4-star mod? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Thought we didn't get a 4-star for a sec. Alright, neat. Let's go do some other ones. But so yeah, compared to the high health, I mean, these infestations, they're just hitting really hard because of these mutations that they have. So it's kind of hard to compare a build apples to apples because you'll go to a different, mutated infestation. It's not always the same one after back to back. So some are easier, some are harder. But I say we do another snake boss here in a minute. Oh shoot, I have no more stims. Or should I clear these infestations? I mean, I don't have stims though. We need to get stims. I'm going back to Bloodied. I really want to torture test the Bloodied build tonight because I want to make a build guide with it, and well, the whole point of the stream is testing the Bloodied build, but I wanted to switch to the high health just to see, and that was a really interesting outcome. I dare say the Bloodied version would not have survived that boss at all. Just as soon as it reflects, it melts you. So let's go back to unyielding armor. I'm gonna use the one with sentinels. Yep. That's not what I meant to do. Hardly any infestations in public, seems like it's pay to play. I don't think there's a difference in how much they spawn between public and private. I think the biggest problem is as soon as they spawn, like, you gotta keep looking at the map, opening the map all the time, because there's no, like, there's nothing that's gonna tell you that there's an infestation. And people are just finding them. They're finding them, they're going to it, and they're killing it before anyone else does. That's the biggest problem on public world right now, is they're just... that's all people are looking for, you know, and they don't last long. Whole server shows up once it's found, and it's down in a matter of seconds. It was a lot harder on PTS. Which, honestly, like, it wasn't a bad thing, but it just made it impossible to really, like, make a build for it, because it would just one-shot you no matter what mutation it had. Oh shoot, I forgot to get some freaking stim packs. But my guy, the problem is people are just showing up and doing them before you even see them. That's what's happening in public. It's not a different spawn rate for private. It was data mined and stuff. They didn't do that. It just seems like there's more here because I'm alone. There's no one going to them to do them. So they're popping up for me and staying until I go do them. If you want, you can come. You can come do some. Join my world. I won't do all of them because I have to farm the snake here and do some snake testing. Alright, so... Infested zone. Which one am I gonna go do? I do want to do another one. Oh yeah, here. Okay, that's right. They were here. Yeah, for sure. For sure, we'll dodge. You can add me as a friend too if you want. I'm XMissGlassX on PC. And on console, on both PlayStation and Xbox, I'm XXMissGlassXX. So there's 2 X's on my console characters. You can add me. I plan on doing some private run streams with viewers, so you'll have to have me added as a friend in order to join those worlds. Because it is definitely easier to get access to the infestations because of that in private. There'll be less of us and we'll all be looking for it. Oh, these ones are tanky! Oh my god! Oh, they're angry too, holy cow. Jeez. I cannot peek my head around the corners, they just keep coming out. Holy crap! I walked into a freaking war zone. Where'd he go? I don't see him. Oh, it's another freaking camouflaged. I hate this one because my VATS breaks and then I don't have nothing. I don't have no way to really do DPS. Can't VATS him. At least he's not one-shotting me like the other guy though. Gotcha. That wasn't so bad. See, like for some of them it's fine being bloodied, but for others it's not. For others, they just have crazy mutations and it's gonna really wreck you. That wasn't too bad. Neat. Alright, let's go to another one. We're gonna check Valley Galleria first. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing an Infestations private world farm with viewers on the weekend. Which is now basically, but like starting tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna stream on PlayStation and Xbox, so make sure that you're subscribed. So you get notified when I go live. Oh, my teammate found it. Okay, perfect. I had a reflective infestation boss throw a grenade while I had reflective armor. It was like a feedback loop of damage. That's so funny. Like, no, you take it. No, you take it. You take the hot potato. You take the hot potato. But yeah, I've already shared my hot takes on infestations. I guess I should try sharing some things I like about it, maybe. Let me think. Let me really think about this one. Things I like about it. I like that it's here. I like we have some new stuff. I also like that they made it so that they don't all one-shot you anymore, because previously they were all one-shotting, practically making it impossible solo. So it's nice to see that changed. Are we in the area? But I dare say there's more things I don't like about it than I like about it. Like, I wish this was something you could spawn on demand, like bounty headhunts, because it's endgame content. I I wish it didn't just spawn randomly. But it's definitely an interesting new thing that offers a challenge. Like, look, we're getting one-shotted by this guy, whoever he is. But the best part about the update has to be the LMG mods, hands down. Cabbage Ghoul is me. If you want to test more soul, let me know and I'll dip. GG, my guy. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the team. Next time, bring some chicken. Oh no, wait! I promised you I wouldn't eat chicken anymore on the last stream. Okay, I'll be good. I'll be good. We had that cat and chicken truce the other day. What's going on here? I'm not bloodied. Holy cow. What's one-shotting like that? Reflective. Oh, of course. Another freaking reflective. Alright. So the trick with the reflective one is to try to stop shooting anytime you notice that he's reflecting damage. Because you're just gonna kill yourself. It's sending your damage back to you. Oh my god! That was crazy! I don't know what happened, but I came around the corner and everything just blew up. Crazy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I took too much toxic goo. I'm at 0 HP. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that's a great idea, Wheel Dodge. If they had waves, like waves for the bosses or something, waves of enemies, and then maybe the final wave you get the boss, that could definitely fix problems we're having, like them being killed too early, because, you know, it would offer kind of a longer event, or whatever you want to call this. I don't think it's really an event, but it would definitely make it last longer. Oh my god. There's something with his weapon. He's shooting me with a gamma gun. Oh my god, the worst part is the spawning. It's literally spawning me so far away. He's right here, and it seems to do this at every infestation. When you die, you spawn like really far back. I guess that's probably to prevent like a spawn kill situation. So it's not a bad thing, but it does suck to have to run all the way here. Look, his little gamma gun is shooting like some kind of explosive, and it's hitting really hard. Like it has some kind of, oh, it's got rapid, probably some kind of anti-armor too, because I think he's hitting me so much that he's giving me tons of rads, and that's what's killing me. Oh my god. That's crazy. Smart cat knows when to walk away. Yeah. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't, my guy. I gotta say it. I'm just taking accountability, you know what I mean? I gotta work on some things. I'm only a cat. Alright, let's get him this time. Oh my god, I almost killed myself again. That stupid reflect. Nice. Definitely offers more of a challenge when you're just a couple people, you know. So I dare say you would have more fun. It's pretty easy to tell. You'll have more fun doing this if you're in a private. So maybe it is pay to play. Neat. Alright. I'm gonna do a snake boss now. This is the Sentinel version of the build, so it should be tankier too. At least for the headbutt strike, but we were surviving it without it. We had active mods on the last build. This is the Sentinel, right? Yeah, it's a Sentinel. My guy, what are you doing? Deadly Warbear, GG! Awesome to hear that you're doing more damage. That's why I do them. I do them to help people. So happy to hear that it's helped you. That's why I do them. That's what I like to hear, my guy. I'll keep doing them. Right now we're testing a low health build against the snake boss. It does okay against infestations. It's definitely squishy no matter what at infestations. And by the looks of things, even the high health version feels squishy. Depending on the mutation the infestation bosses have, you know. It just is what it is. But it is great down here at the snake boss. This time around though, I do want to start with more bullet storm stacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start dumping rounds. Because we were testing earlier without the bullet storm stacks, which was fine. It was still able to cripple the snake, but I do want to see if we can just shave off more time from the start. So this is when you just dump rounds and build your stacks. At the bottom right of the screen, you'll see 6, 7, 8. As this happens, it changes the base value of the weapon. This is because of perks on the build like Bullet Storm. So, yeah, it's going to add more damage as you're shooting, basically. So you're at 102 base damage. So we're going to start spamming the rounds. And we went from 7 to now, we're now at 10 stacks. And that brought us up to 115 base damage. So we're going to keep shooting. And ideally, you want to start with at least like 5 or 6 stacks. So there we are. We're at 6 stacks with a full magazine. But now I need ammo. We need to go get ammo now. I was kind of low to begin with, so let's go do that. Whoa. Sorry for doing the moonwalk, guys. I'm doing 2 things at once. Got to go. Enjoy. Catch you all next time. GG, Big Mark. Thank you so much for checking out the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash like if you did. Alright. We're good to go. We're gonna do this without teammates on the team. We still have plenty of max AP. We're at 400 on this version of the build. Without, or 472, just under 500 without being, having a teammate on the team. So we're just gonna run it. We'll have plenty of max AP. This will really show those people that say that my builds need to be on a team. Aha! No, I just like showing you guys everything you can do to min-max and squeeze out the most amount of your damage. Show you all the tricks in the book, you know what I mean? Dang, he's really attacking a lot. This is what I hate about doing snakes in private. He just goes crazy sometimes. Like, look, I have to freaking stim here. And I wasn't able to do anywhere near the DPS as the previous run because I just kept having to break VATS to either, like, stim or, Yikes. Doesn't do that in public. That was slower. Not too crazy though, but slower. It's mainly because it wasn't a clean run. It was kind of sloppy. But hey, it still survived. And that's the whole point. No team, no problem. No coffee, no chems, no problem. But now let's join. Let's do another one. Let's do another snake. But this time with the team. Yeah, some people say that the buffs and the teams make all the difference, that you can't, you know, kill the snake without it. The builds don't work at all without it. My guy, it's not that deep. I've shown multiple times on multiple streams that buffs barely make a difference. They shave off 5 to 10 seconds max on these speedruns. The biggest impact to your DPS is going to be knowing how to apply your crit damage. A lot of people don't realize that you have to hold your critical attack button down the whole time you're in VATS. So you're going to see that here, that I hold Y. The whole time I'm in VATS, I hold that. That's what's making all the DPS that a lot of people are having trouble with. They think they have to button mash or spam. Some people don't even know it exists. And are like, what do you mean critical attack button? So, but that's why we're here. That's why I do these build guides, is to show you guys what you gotta do. Also, the back end of the build, like the perk cards, the armor set, make the biggest difference. And of course, the legendary mods on the weapon. The mechanical portions of the build, you know, the buffs, they shave off 5 to 10 seconds, gang. We see it all the time on stream. Alright, let's get on mini glass. It's a bit of a sloppy run to compare to because Snake was going wild, but we're gonna see. Apparently it's a massive difference having teammates on the team. I love how you're saying it's sloppy, but you're soloing the snake with no PA and with only 20% HP, my guy. Yeah, that's right. That's right, we're giving him the old 2-tap. We're down here on some business, gang. Now that is quality entertainment right there. Absolute cinema. Alright, so I'm gonna easy way out here in order to teleport down there. Bingo, bango, jango. Smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and turn on bell notifications. Sometimes I stream with viewers, but tonight I'm just doing solo testing because I have to put a build guide together, but this weekend, I promise, gang, we're gonna get some with viewers streams on all platforms. Try to help you guys get through the scoreboard a bit, do some raid carries, do some snakes back to back with viewers. Alright, so we're gonna wait for a teammate to join the team, basically. I'm gonna have her join my team. My spare character. And we're gonna compare that to the times before I was on a team. It'll shave like 15 seconds max. Time to beat's a minute 22. Was sloppy though, but it's fine. The biggest problem is people seem to think it can't work without it, you know, without taking one for the team, but I think they just say that to be haters. Alright. Haters are my motivators! So yeah, I'm holding my critical attack button down, that's the Y button, so that I get my crits returned on crit. This build is set up to crit every other shot in VATS, so it's very important to hold your crit button down because you won't be able to spam it fast enough to keep up with how often a crit is ready on this build. So that's why the goal is to just hold your critical attack button down, get that HP and AP returned, do not lock on the tail, target the eyes after the cripple. Wow, I'm surprised I'm actually tanking the headbutt strike without doing DPS. Like, without the conductor's return. That's pretty impressive. Oh, what the heck? A minute 12, yeah, so 10 seconds. 10 seconds difference, gang, with a teammate on the team with taking one for the team active versus not, and that's typically what we see. Yeah, it's not a big difference. Let's do all the buffs. Let's do all the buffs into... Yeah, we're gonna do all the buffs now. But this build can get closer to a minute. We did get a minute, like a minute 2 earlier at the start of the stream. So it really depends, like how much I'm landing my shots, how much I'm breaking VATS. Stuff like that. Getting a clean run is really important, but the difference is so minimal. My guy Green Ghost, I do have a pipe pistol crit build for the raids, and guess what? It's single phases EN06. Unfortunately, no one watched it. I don't know why. The thing is I only made that video because like my haters would come to the chat and say like, "I'll watch Glass Gaming videos when she makes a pipe pistol build," you know, like trying to say it's impossible to make a pipe pistol build solo EN06. So they would always say that. So I challenged myself to do it. Me and Orange put ourselves to the test, and guess what? We do actually have it, and it can single phase EN06. It's actually pretty good too. It's like a 1 minute 18 time. It's crazy. So it's definitely a sleeper. It's an off meta. If you want to impress your friends, I'm gonna link the video. How do I get the link from? Copy message link. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. from Discord. Paste. Oh, shoot. Channel. What? That's not what we want. Oh, okay, I guess we're gonna watch it, gang. We're gonna watch it together.
Tap.
Let me just share it here. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to hit you with an ad. We're just gonna not watch it. Alright, for the chat. This is for the chat. There it is. This is the pipe pistol build that can solo EN06 in a single phase. And it is up to date, so have fun, gang. Crafting item unlocks suppressor. What the flip? No way! I scrapped an LMG and it said crafting unlocks suppressor? Okay, no. Alright, it wasn't for this gun then. Wow, that got me going. I was like, what? There's no way they added a suppressor for this thing? I wish. Ah, okay. I don't know what I unlocked the suppressor for then. Okay, let's go do another snake, and I'm gonna do some buffs this time around. So, let's do all kinds of buffs this time around. So we're gonna go hard! Gang, we're gonna go hard on the buffs. I'm gonna call it the final run of the night, though. I'm gonna get off after this, so we're gonna get buffed up. We're gonna do one more snake. And that's gonna be it, gang, for tonight. I want to thank everyone who joined the stream, showed love on the stream, chatted with me. I had a blast. I hope you did too. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications if you want to see my content recommended to you. Okay, we're going to start with a 4-opter buff. This gives us 25% more VATS accuracy, which can land more shots in VATS. This will increase DPS because when you're not landing shots, you're doing less damage. So by going to the source, you know, the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of the build, VATS accuracy, starting with that as a buff, is going to be one of your biggest improvements to your VATS build. So if you don't have this, don't worry about it. The build doesn't need it. Haven't used it all night. So there we go. Accuracy boost and high health and ghoul versions of this build are linked in the description below, and I did have accuracy boost on one of the runs, but like I mentioned, we don't need it. It doesn't need it. I've been running the build all night without it, so. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll start with that, now we'll do damage. Damage buffs. What can we do? We're going to start with bobblehead big guns for 20% more heavy gun damage for 1 hour. Then we're going to do Tesla Science 9 for plus 100 heavy gun crit damage. And it almost comes off as if it's additive damage. But if we look under the effects tab... Oh, okay, we have a strange visual bug. It says item 1 ABBR instead of 100 plus 100% crit damage. Okay, alright. Pip-Boy lies. Pip-Boy just won't cooperate tonight. But anyways, you'll have to trust me. It's 100% more crit damage. So we'll add that to the build. And the next thing I'm going to do is the secret sauce, gang. This is where the rubber meets the road. So the kitties are separated from the cats. And what that is I'm going to just do something like pop my carnivore mutation. Okay, what this does, since I'm a carnivore, is it allows me to have access to herbivore buffs. So by popping carnivore, it suppresses the negative side effect of the mutation, which is you don't gain benefits from eating vegetables. But since I'm a carnivore and I consumed my carnivore mutation, it removes that negative side effect for 1 hour. It acts like a buff. See, suppresses negative side effect of the mutation for 1 hour. That's what we're looking for. So now we get 50% crit damage instead of 0% crit damage from Blight Suit. So we're going to add that to the build. We're going to do Company T. And Overdrive, wherever's Overdrive. Oh, we probably don't have any more. I don't have any more. Let's go see if there's any at Highway Town. This is where I get my Overdrive. Hey, Bofantis, GG. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if they have Overdrive for me today. No! Oh no, Overdrive! Alright, it's whatever. We'll grab Psychotats. Better than nothing. So now we have taking one for the team buff, camp buffs, food buffs, bobblehead magazine, and chems. This, in theory, according to my haters, should kill the snake in 4 seconds. It makes that big of a difference, apparently. So if I kill myself, luckily, I won't actually lose my camp buff. Because the only camp buff I have is the 4-opter, and you don't lose it after you die. So that's good. But usually, camp buffs, you do lose them after you die. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and to keep this apples to apples, I'm going to start with the same amount of Bulletstorm stacks. So we're just going to dump some rounds here. Alright, so we'll be at 6. That's exactly where we need to be with a full mag. We have a really awesome video coming, actually. We pinned, I'm going to talk a little bit about it there. I hate to give you guys spoilers, but we're putting the Pepper Shaker up against the Gals Mini in a head-to-head, and we're using a blood sacrifice build. We're throwing everything at them too to see which one really is the DPS king, and how we're going to test it is by testing it against the tankiest bosses in the game. Not just the snake, we're going after Earl, we're going after the Scorch Beast Queen, we might even going after Imposter Sheepsquatch. Yeah, nothing is safe from these paws. And we're gonna see. We're gonna put apples to apples testing. We're gonna do all the buffs that we can with them, and we're gonna show you guys, you know, what we think is the heavy meta, which is the best, most efficient tactic available currently for the heavy gun department. It's not actually the LMG, so yeah, it's really good though. It's really close. It's very high up there. I would dare say it's definitely in S tier now, if we were to rank it according to our heavy gunner tier list, but. Alright, so let's do this before the buffs run out. I'm going to pop my... Oh, I do have Overdrive. Perfect. Alright. We're going to do that. So this is a buffed up run this time. We should see a difference right from the cripple, and I already do. We still have 50 rounds and it's crippled versus usually I have to reload. So we're doing a slight bit increase in DPS, which we should see. We have higher VATS accuracy. We have higher base damage to start. We have buffs this time. We have crit damage multipliers. We should see a difference. Oh, this is gonna be hard here. Okay. Oh, we got it. Nice. All right. It's pretty tanky, just like off rip. This is a very good run. Oh no! I jinxed myself. That's the first time we died tonight from that. Wow. Alright. Don't usually die from that. Guess my luck ran out. Hi Ryan, I like Fallout 2. I still enjoy it. A lot. Alright. Let's go for it, round 2. Somehow I'm squishier after all those buffs. What? That's so weird, gang. How is that happening? Let's drop Born Survivor. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but we didn't have Born Survivor earlier and we were surviving no problem. So really strange that we're not surviving now. Just use a stim pack real quick. Hang on a sec. Is it because... Let's put back Born Survivor, but make sure that we drop our regular stims. We probably have some regular stims. No, we only have stim pack supers. That's interesting. Okay. We are in a private too, and this snake is just crazy in private world. That's why I don't like doing my solo snake runs, stream runs in private world. It just doesn't compare to how the snake performs in public. It's like a completely different snake. Wow, we're not surviving. That is strange, because we were doing fine. All we did was do damage buffs. I dare say something is busted with the game right now. How does that make any sense? I didn't gain any new mutations that are giving me more damage. Like sometimes empath can do that. The empath mutations, because you take more damage. This is so weird. We had no trouble at all surviving before we did the damage buffs. That's why I'm puzzled. You're right, maybe I did move. I do have damage reduction perks that are like that, but we started the night without sentinels. I had max AP instead of sentinels and we were surviving just fine. So that's why I'm like really confused right now. We have more tankiness than at the start of the night and we were slamming snakes no problem. And now it's like, it sneezes on me and I die. It's kind of weird. Okay, I'm gonna reload right now. Reload again. Gonna reload again, ahead of the headbutt strike. 53 seconds, and we got the best time of the night. Look at that. Yeah, maybe I wasn't standing still enough. That is very interesting. Definitely cool to see it break sub-minute. I was honestly expecting more out of this build because the high health versions of this build and the ghoul versions that are linked below, they can both hit sub-minute times. But so far I've only managed like a 59 second or 58 second time on the high health version. So the Bloodied coming in at 53, I dare say it could break 40s. If I keep trying, it could break 40s. So that's pretty good. It's definitely fun. It's squishier, but it's fun. Plus you'll get more XP. It puts you on edge. If you're an adrenaline junkie like me, I do love Bloodied for that. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, gang. I hope you had fun. If you did, leave a like. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Miss Glass, and I'll see you in the next one. GG! I left our Discord link in the description if you want to find a community to play with. There's also the GLASSGANG membership link if you want to see your name on the official GLASSGANG roster. There's no obligation to join the membership to join our Discord. And thank you so much for watching. As soon as I clicked it, I'm so sorry, my guy. Check tomorrow. I'm streaming tomorrow all day, so check back in tomorrow. I'll be streaming on PlayStation and Xbox. Tonight was PC. Tomorrow I'm doing PlayStation and Xbox.